When I try to be perfect, it's because I, like Adam and Eve, wanted to be God. Hello there. You're listening to the Girl Talk Podcast. My name is Carol.
I'm Kelly.
I'm Tricia.
And we're glad you've joined us today. Let it go. I'm not talking about that song from Frozen that we all got.
Let it go. Let it
the
go.
one.
That is it. We're not talking about that, but we are talking about how to let it go in life. When perfection steals your joy, that's especially
That's
happening.
harder than singing a song.
It is. It is. But it especially happens
can't
during
do
this time
either.
of year.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. My goodness gracious. Perfection is every which way you turn. This used to be the hardest holiday for me as a single parent because I would go to church and I would see the mom and the dad and the 3 kids. They didn't bring their dog, but I'm sure they had one. And it just looked like the perfect family situation, and I would compare myself to that and not be able, I'd be distracted by that and not able to celebrate and enjoy because I thought I'm different and I'm less than and all the things that are wrapped up in that picture. And none of those people said anything to me or intended that, but it was just my own insecurity and my own idea of perfection and my own idea of what a family looks like, and it was hard for me.
Yeah.
This used to be the hardest time of year.
And none of that's true.
No,
Just to make sure that is very
Right.
clear. It is not just because you look different, just because
Right.
you act different, just because your family looks different does not make you less than.
That's right.
In any way, shape, or form. You are just different than. And they're different than. And everybody's different than. We're all
And
different.
people are different than they look sometimes.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And different than they pretend to be.
So, what drives perfection, especially during this time of year?
Well, I think you nailed it already because you said insecurity.
Yeah.
And so digging into what insecurity is, that is a major driver of perfection, or at least it has been in my life.
Okay.
When you're finding your security in how you appear to other people, as an example, like getting your family all dressed up and ready for whatever event, or taking the right pictures, or putting it up on social media so that it looks good.
I loved a couple years ago when you did the photo of your family and you're the only one smiling. They're all looking at you like, whatever.
They were in Christmas pajamas.
Yeah, Christmas pajamas. They were all looking at you like, oh, our mom made us. I could hear them saying it right there in the picture. And I loved that. It was so fun and so real.
I like actually to do outtakes as my Christmas pictures.
Yeah.
When I do Christmas cards. When I do them, and I haven't done them the past couple of years, but before that, I was doing outtakes because I think they're, number one, they're just more real.
Yeah.
And I think they're funny.
Yeah.
And it's actually like what's happening at my house.
Right.
So I don't need to pretend that we're always wearing the right bows and outfits and whatever. No. We're looking crazy. We're mad at each other. We get irritated. We're tired.
Sure.
So I feel like Christmas cards are a great way to just really be honest, warts and all.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for me, for perfection, it's about me. Like, it's all about, it's selfish. It's selfishness. It's the very self-centered. It's the look at me. It's the, I want to, if I'm really honest, I want to look better than she looks with her family. I want to I want to be the one you look at and with all the positive feelings. I want to get the accolades. Yeah. I want you to notice me, and think of me as good and even better because I checked all the perfection boxes.
But why,
and it's so gross.
What do you think drives that? Because
Pride.
Sure, I get that, but
Sure,
I think it also, I think digging in, it's because we're identifying ourselves by the way other people perceive us.
Sure, yeah.
And that is the definition of insecurity, in my opinion. It's
yes.
I know that. Yes, I know all those things.
Yes.
And still it's hard to let go of it. But yeah, wanting to manage what other people think about you.
Well, and I think if you want to dig even deeper, it gets even grosser than that. It's about that I actually want to be God. That I want to be my own God. I want to be in charge of my own life. I want the glory that's His. I want. I mean, it's the enemy. It's the flesh. It's my flesh.
Yeah.
It's the sin nature that I have just playing itself out the way it did in Lucifer, who just wanted to be God. I'm no different. We're no different when we peel back the layers. The difference in us is the Holy Spirit. It's Jesus in us, it's not me, because in my own fleshly desires, I want to stand on my own throne and put my hands on my hips and be like, look at me. I'm fantastic. I'm perfect. You should want to be like me too. I mean, if we're all honest,
be like
that's,
Kelly.
If we're all honest, that's really the heart. That's the ugly sin-filled, sorry.
Not Zen field.
No, just brought out the West North Carolina and me comes out every once in a while. Sin-filled. Filled.
Very good.
You're right. Yes, thanks. Part of me that's just ugly and gross. And the reason why we need a savior, because he takes that away and he gives us the power over all of that. And so I just calmed up on my soapbox there for a minute.
Yeah. But, well, okay, let's talk about this then. I'm going to get very specific because you know me. When has perfection stolen your joy?
Anytime I ever lean into perfection. It's impossible to keep up. Okay, here's a silly example of this, but it came to mind when you asked that question. When my mother-in-law comes to town, I want my house to be clean. I want it to smell good. I want the trash to be out of the house. I want things to be shoved in the closet.
Yeah.
They're in there. They're just shoved in the closet. But
it's not the guest closet.
That's right. The upstairs closet. Right. So I want her to walk in, and I want this house to look perfectly. Now, here's what I know. So good.
Yeah.
In 7 minutes, it will not be perfect anymore.
Yes.
In 7 minutes, there will be food stains on the thing. The dog will have peed on the rug. The kids will have messed up several plates. All those things happen. And that's the silliest part about it. I want to hold on to that perfection, and that doesn't last. Mm-hmm. And guess what? I don't think she cares.
Yeah.
Because she's never mentioned it.
Yeah.
And I beat my head against the wall for that 6 minutes of perfection. That's not even real, because if you look behind the closet, you'll see all the things, and maybe under the bed.
Yeah.
But that's where perfection makes me crazy.
Yeah.
It's like you're trying to hold water back.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work.
Right.
Those are such great examples. And I think those are all applicable to everything we go through. I mean, I can think of 100 times when I've tried to be perfect and look perfect, and every single time, I used to sing on my church's praise team, and every time I would go in to sing with my own, I'm gonna nail these notes perfectly. I'm gonna do this. Every single time I would mess up a note. Every single time there would be some moment where God's like, I'm going to need to knock you down just a smidge, because it's not about you, Kelly Brandon. It's about me, and you need to point people to me, not to you. So every single time, like you said, every single time I have strived for perfection, that's when I've tripped and fallen on my face.
Mm-hmm. Me too. Including a trip into church when my dress was tucked in my Spanx.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's hilarious.
In the back? In the back?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, nice.
So you're trying to, with all the Spanx to be.
I was like feeling my oats that day too.
Did someone tell you quickly?
Several people.
That's very good.
And I'm sure they haven't forgotten it. I'm sure it's like their family joke. But
that's pretty funny.
I'm always doing stuff like that. I am. The number of times I have my clothes on wrong when I come to work, it should alarm all of you people.
You get dressed in the dark.
The gym I used to work out at, I had one lady who her whole job was to check my clothes and make sure I had everything right side out.
Quality control, Carol.
And at least a couple times a week, she'd be like, your shirt's on inside out.
Oh, that's funny.
And I have to go back in there and check. So I think for me, it's been more about the older I get, the more I just embrace my imperfection and just go with it.
Yes.
It's become like, it's
funny.
I actually did, after my dress was tucked in my Spanx, I actually thought about moving. I was like, I can move and never see
new
any of these people
identity.
again.
You will never see me again.
Right. But I was like, okay, I love this church. I'm going back. Right.
You can laugh, and people can laugh, and everybody feels better when somebody's vulnerable enough to say, hey, I'm goofy, or I'm not perfect, and I use Spanx. Okay.
Yeah. Well, and it brings down all of the need for everybody else to pretend like they're perfect.
Yeah.
Turns down the temperature.
Yeah, all of a sudden we're coming to relationships more authentically and less, with this desire and this need to outdo each other and one up each other and have this perfection. It's like, all right, how can I just be real?
I'm that person who's like, I'm not as bad as her.
Oh, I used to watch
that's why
Super
we're
Nanny to
friends.
feel better about my parenting.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Remember
Yeah.
that show?
Like,
So yeah.
where are these people
Okay.
from? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, perfection can definitely steal your joy, but I'm going to get a little bit more serious here. What is perfection, and even the need for perfection, say about our relationship with God? I think for me, when I try to be perfect, I try to circumvent. I mean, it's just what you said. I try to circumvent God's authority over my life and say, I'm the one in charge here and I'm going to do it right because I don't trust God.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the bottom line is for me.
Yep.
At least I just feel like when I try to be perfect, it's because I, like Adam and Eve, wanted to be God.
Mm-hmm. I also think that for me, and I'm only going to speak for me, the times where I am striving for perfection is also a teller of how much time I'm spending with God. That if I am in the Word, if I am praying, if I am centered and focused on Him, I'm not getting in my own way.
Yeah.
He's taken over for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I am feeling that need for self-validation, it's because I'm not giving enough of it to Him. And I'm not spending enough time in the Word with Him.
I mean, that's true for me too.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Because I
All
think
of
it
us.
takes your eyes off yourself and puts them on Him. And I think when you're when you're seeking that perfectionist mindset or that perfect situation, your eyes are all on yourself.
Yeah, right.
And what goes along with that is anxiety. Have you ever sought a perfect situation and not felt anxiety?
Yeah.
No, they go hand in hand, because it is that same thing of, I better do it because I don't trust you, God.
Yeah.
And so really going back to trusting Him, and the way we trust Him is spending time with Him and spending time in His Word and remembering His character and all of those things. It goes back to that each time.
And can I just visit this real quick? Because I thought the definition of perfectionist was to look at someone's home. Like if you see their home and their weeds are all pulled and they're, you open their fridge and there's nothing with mold on it. And they
Their
have
closets are not.
there's
shoved
not
with-
dirty dishes in the sink. All those things. I was like equated that because a friend of mine told me one time, she was like, "You're a perfectionist." I was like, "Have you seen my house?" Like, "No, I'm not." She goes, "Hold up. You're a perfectionist because you have an idea in your mind of how you want things to go, and when they don't go that way, it ruffles your feathers."
Ooh, that's good.
And I pouted.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I pouted for a while. I don't think I talked to her for a while, but she was totally right.
Yeah.
My
And-
therapist told me the same thing, Carol. The same thing. He said, "You are a perfectionist." I'm like, "No, I'm not. Look at me."
Yeah.
And he's like, "You are a perfectionist in the areas that you think you can control."
Ouch.
So it's the same. It was the
you
same
paid him for
thing,
that.
and I couldn't stop talking to him.
Right.
That's
You
right.
already paid
Give me back that copay. But it is the same thing.
Yeah.
The perfectionist doesn't look perfect.
Yeah.
Right. And
Always.
it depends on what your struggle is. It may be your house. That may be your perfection thing, or it may be your work, or it may be what your
Tennis.
family looks like, or your hobbies.
So here's the idea that I have in my mind. Tell me if this is accurate. I think perfection is grabbing at stuff and holding on tight fisted,
Grip.
and the other option is just to release and to give it.
Yeah.
Surrender. Yeah, absolutely. I
And
think
how
that's
free does that feel?
Sure.
I mean, that just feels good just in you saying those words out loud.
Absolutely.
Of surrender and letting go. Oh, I want that.
Well, remember when you were a kid? Okay, now not everybody has this experience, but if there was a moment in your childhood when you were safe, like I think on like a car trip or something where I didn't know where we were going. I didn't pay or reserve the condo. We're going to the beach as a family or something like that. And I'm just completely at peace. In the back seat, I'm reading a comic book. knowing that I'm with my family, everything, the food's going to be there,
Yeah.
that is, and not, I'm sorry, because I know not everybody had that experience,
Sure.
but if you put yourself there for a minute of a safe moment, that is what we can have with Jesus and with God every moment. When we when we believe, really truly believe the truth, which is that He has it all under control.
Yeah.
We may not know where we're going. We may not know when we're going to stop. We may not know what food we're going to, you know what I'm saying? But we can trust that it's going to be good.
Yeah. And Scripture says that God takes care of even the sparrows. And if He's going to take care of the sparrows, how much more does He love us?
Yeah. Yeah. I want to talk for just a second because I think this is an important clarification to make. What is the difference, do you think, between perfection and holiness? Because the Bible tells us to be holy, right?
That's a good question. Maybe motive.
Motive.
The actions may look similarly, but if you're seeking to be holy because God is holy, or you're seeking to look more like Jesus, that's one thing. But if you're doing an action because you want people to think you're perfect, it's a different motive.
Yeah.
Actions could be similar, motive different.
Is it, tell me if I'm wrong, because I could be. I feel like perfection is for love and surrender is from love. And holiness is from love.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep, totally agree. I also think, to add a third piece to that, is that holiness is something that as believers, we know we will not obtain this side of heaven. That we're striving, we're getting there. That's the end goal. The end goal is to be holy.
Yeah.
Whereas perfection, we actually are delusional enough to think that I can be perfect
Yeah.
in this,
That's
that, or
good.
the other.
Right.
And so it's taking truth, as the enemy does. It's taking truth and twisting it just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's true.
Thank you, girls, for your insight today. We are so glad that you joined us. And if you are fighting that perfectionist battle, hey, we love you and we want to pray for you. We want to encourage you, too. If you text the word TALK right now to 81891, you'll not only get the latest podcast, but we'll also send you a devotion that goes right along with this episode. And that can encourage you throughout the week when you're not listening to the Girl Talk podcast. We'd love to do that. So once again, text the word TALK to 81891. Also check in on the Facebook pages. Shoot us an email, girltalk@thelightfm.org. We would love to hear from you. And we'll save you a seat next time we gather around these microphones for the next Girl Talk podcast.